Hey guys, it's Ben. Welcome to Core Cross Fitness. So in today's video, I want to go over some exercises you can do to target your chest muscle, specifically using your resistance bands. These are growing in popularity. They're such a great piece of kit, and I absolutely recommend you getting one if you haven't got one already, or if you've never tried using one. Really good piece of kit. So there are exercises we can do with these to target our chest, and we're going to do some today stood. We'll do some exercises on the ground, and then we'll move on to tethering our band to a door handle or a piece of furniture that you've got that's suitable that you can tie this to. So just an overview of our chest. The chest is made up of our pec muscle, pec major, which is this large muscle here. It attaches to the side of the sternum and it stretches it all across and comes into an attachment point on our upper arm, on our humerus, which brings our arm across when we contract, so it pulls this way down like that. You can sort of segregate the chest into lower, mid, upper chest, but fundamentally it's one muscle, but we can target different areas of that muscle by arm position and the way that we move our arm and the position of our arm, which we'll go over today. I want you to follow along with me with this. We're going to do 10 reps of each exercise just so you get an idea of what you're doing, and then you can take these exercises out, just do the ones that you want and add them into the routines that you're already doing. I will soon put together a full body workout with resistance bands so that we can just hit this for like 20 minutes, hit the whole body, taking out specific exercises I've done in previous videos as well. So if you grab your band, we'll get down to this. Just a little side note with resistance bands as a little reminder, the difference between your resistance bands and using weights is with a weight, the initial movement is the hardest point when you're doing a dumbbell curl. That initial movement up is where it's hard, and as you get to the top, the movement becomes a little bit easier. With a resistance band, it's the other way around. The initial movement is the easier part, and then as we get to the end of the movement, so let's say in a chest press, the end of the movement, maximal contraction in the band, increased resistance, therefore it's the hardest part of the exercise. So with that in mind, when you get to the end of an exercise, make sure you come back nice and slow and controlled and don't just let it ping back. So first exercise, we're going to do a chest press. Pop the band in your hands, run it along roughly scapular level. Remember, when you do your chest press, always have your arms down at a bit of an angle like that, which is using your pec muscle. Don't have them up too high. You see a lot of people having their arm up too high. This is shoulder, and it kind of isn't really using your pec. You're using your shoulder and you're at risk of injury. So try and keep your arms down. It'll be a lot more powerful and it's a lot safer for your shoulder joint. So let's go for 10 chest presses. So we're going to push through, keeping our arms at chest level, nice and slow and controlled on the way back, squeezing at the end. Remember, we're not just thinking about our chest here, we're thinking about our pelvis position. We want our glutes engaged, our abs engaged, and a really planted base. Make sure that your feet are nice and steady on the ground and you've got good posture. Let's go for 5 more of these. Think about your arm position again. Like I said, have a bit of an angle in them. Last one. Squeeze that back. So again, the more you use your band, the more you learn what your strength levels are. When you're doing a full body workout, you're going to use different bands for different exercises. So a chest press is a powerful exercise. So a band this thick, you'll be able to get away with something stronger when you feel ready for it, because it is a powerful move and you'll be able to push through the resistance of a bigger band. But in the meantime, while you're just getting used to it, just use something nice and light, get a feel for the move and a feel for the resistance, then you can work your way up. So next we're going to do a fly, which is same level with the band on our scapulars, same hand position again. This time we're going to have our arms out to the side, straight, and then we're going to bring our arms across like that in a fly, but we're not going to bend our elbows. We're going to come back again into the original position we started in. So again, strong base, pelvis in neutral alignment, abs engaged. Think about our head position, think about where our arms are, and we'll go for 10 of these. So pulling across, squeezing your chest at the end, little hold, nice and controlled on the way back. Again, squeeze it in, hands chest height. That's it, and squeezing in. Don't have your arms too high because it will just be shoulder. Squeezing that chest in. There we go, last one. Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about chest areas, regions of the chest. So when we're doing this chest press move, the first one that we did, we're just pretty much hitting our whole of our pec there, the greatest part of the muscle. It's a very powerful move. When we're doing our flies like this is more hitting the upper fibers of our chest, so our upper chest. And it's really important to hit your chest in all angles because you end up with poor definition and poor development of the muscle. So what you'll end up doing is, see it with some people, more so in the guys, you'll see this in where they develop their lower chest and their mid chest, but they neglect their upper chest. And then you end up getting this kind of flattening off at the top of the chest. It's really nice to think about hitting your upper chest as well. So with that in mind, put the band on our foot, step it back a little bit just to create a bit of distance. And what we're going to do here is we're going to bring the band up and across. So this is really going to be targeting our upper chest, and also there's going to be a little bit of anterior deltoid coming on here as well, but it's going to be hitting our upper chest. So let's go for 10 of these each side. Think about your posture again, bring it across. You should be feeling it contracting in the top of your chest. You won't be able to do a thick resistance band with this. It's going to be a lighter band. That's it, all the way across. You should be feeling it up here. Sometimes it's quite nice to touch the area that you're working. Get that mind muscle connection engaged. Show your brain, this is what I'm working. This is where I want to be contracting. It really does help. You'll find that you'll fatigue quite quickly with this exercise. Last one. And we move across onto our other side. So again, think about where we want to work. So we're coming up across. If you're struggling with the band you've got, if you've got a less resistant band, start using that. I think I've lost track a little bit of where we're at. I think that's 10. There we go. So that's a really good exercise. I really feel that in my upper chest. And like I said earlier, sometimes if you're only using one hand and you're doing an exercise like this, if you can use the other hand just to touch the muscle and show yourself where you're working. Also is really good for abs. If ever you're doing abs, I've had it before, I've kind of lost track of what I'm doing. Just touch your abs where you want to work. Show yourself, realign yourself with the muscle that we're working. So let's jump down onto the floor and do some work down there. So what we can do now is some more chest press exercises, but this is a little bit more controlled because you're laying on the floor. So if you didn't feel comfortable doing it stood up, we can do it laid down. So again, put the band around your back. Find your position that's comfortable, and we can do a chest press again. I quite like this one because your range of motion is less because you hit the ground. But what it means is if you can just hover above the ground, don't go all the way down, actually creates quite a nice challenging move. So let's go for 10 of these. So push up, squeeze, down, pause just above the ground, back up, and back down. Again, don't touch the ground. Though your range of motion is reduced, you've got to control the exercise more. Really, really good exercise. Remember, think about where your arms are, keep them at an angle. Nice and slow and controlled on the way down. And one more. Little pause, back up, squeeze, hold. Slowly back down. Pause at the bottom. Awesome work. Really nice exercise, that little pause at the bottom. I do like that. So just, again, remain in the position you're in. So now we'll move back onto a fly again. So you can do this on the ground, the same as when you were standing. So arms up, keep it in the same position, and we're gonna go all the way down and back up again. Just go for 10 of these. Nice squeeze at the top. Keep your arms at chest level. Nice controlled movement. That's 10, awesome. Okay, so now while we're down on the ground, we can do a resistance band press up. I love press ups, and this adds another twist to it. It really does work really well because it adds that resistance right at the end of the movement. So resistance band in your hand like that, across your scapulars, down into your press up position. We'll do 10 of these. If you can't do a full press up, you can do it on your knees, like that. But we'll try and go for a full press up if we can. So if you find that it's doing what it just did to me, then just wrap it up a couple of times, wrap it around like that, and then hopefully that will stop that sort of thing happening. Right, let's go for 10 of these. Nice, really good. So, that's quite a challenging move. Press ups in themselves can be quite hard for some people, but to add the resistance band to it makes it even more challenging. But try it on your knees and then build yourself up to a full press up. So the press up and the chest press and the fly that we've just done all target the main bulk of the chest. Now we're going to do an incline press up with a resistance band. So this is going to be targeting our upper chest, which is important to develop. So you get that nice rounded chest. Again, put your band the same position as before. Find yourself a stool, a seat, whatever you can find, just to get you in that incline position. So now, because we're inclined, we're targeting the upper chest. Let's do 10 of these. Great, feeling that, really feeling that. I mean, I'm not shy of doing a press up, as you know, I love press ups, but adding that resistance band really makes it more challenging. As you get into the top of the press up, it's just pulling you back down, fight your way through it. Really, really good exercise. So What we'll do now is we'll tether our band to the door, and this will allow us to vary the height of the band so we can do more chest exercises, hitting different parts of our chest. I'm using a door anchor, but if you haven't, just connect it to the door handle as long as you've got a suitable handle. So we'll put that about there. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to do a unilateral movement. We're going to do a chest press, but we're going to do it one side at a time. This is a nice movement, engaging your core as well as your chest. This takes a lot of control. So have your feet like this, pelvis in neutral alignment, looking straight ahead. Try and have your torso straight, arm at the angle we discussed earlier. And we're going to push through, and we're just going to squeeze those abs to keep our chest forward. Don't release the upper body, release the chest back. Keep the tension here, push forward again. Keep the tension, push forward. And you should be feeling your abs working. We're hitting our upper chest. It's a really, really nice exercise. Let's go 7. Keeping that core engaged. Upper chest, you should be feeling it, pushing through. Mind muscle connection, feeling our bodies and knowing what we're doing and where we're at. Nice and controlled back. Let's do 2 more. 1. And last one. Let's go through, hold it. Feeling this contraction in our abs. Slowly back. Beautiful. Let's go for the other side. 10. Yeah, nice foot position, posture forward. Thinking about what we're doing. Feeling that engagement in the core, push through. Keeping that tension. If you want more tension, step forward. Just to get that little bit more resistance in the band. So it just shows you we can integrate other exercise areas like our abs into this chest workout as well. There we are, 2 more, let's do that one, 1 more. Too busy talking, I'm losing track of the numbers. There we go, that's like 10. So keeping the band in the door, we can now do similar to what we did earlier when we did our fly. You can have your arm out to the side, get a little bit of tension in it. It's a small movement this. We're going to be pulling across. Again, this will be sort of mid upper chest. Core engaged, look straight ahead. Think about your posture and just pulling that band across, feeling the contraction in your chest and back. And then back across, hold, and then back. Don't release the tension in the band when you go back. Keep the tension in the band. Last one. Okay, now I'll go for the other side. Excuse my back. So let's come across. Keeping that tension, keeping those abs engaged, keeping your core strong. Remember, this is hitting our upper chest, mid chest. Two more. Lovely, awesome work. So let's drop this down to the bottom of the door or your sofa leg. whatever you've got, whatever you're using. And the exercise we did earlier, where we were pushing through and rotating, I'm not going to do 10 of each, but just to show you, you can go down on your knees if you felt that you wanted a bit more of a stable base, and you can do it like this as well. So we'll hit our lower chest now, this bit under here. So we're going to put our band down, much the same as what we just did, coming across. Now we're going to come under this way. You can do just a little lean forward, don't hurt your lower back. Tension in the band, I'm already tensing up my chest. Abs are engaged and tensed, feet are planted nicely on the floor. Then we're just going to come across and then back. Let's go for 10 of those. Remember, slowly back. You should be feeling this in your lower chest. Down here, remember what we did earlier? Touch the area that you're working, feel it contracting. Hold it, slowly back. It's only a small movement. That's it. Last two, and last one. Awesome. Let's change to the other side. Little lean forward, tension in the band, abs engaged, and contract that lower chest. Bring it across. Nice little pause at the end of the movement. Keep those abs engaged while you're doing this, protect that lower back. Two more. And last one, bring it across and release. Excellent. There we go. So hopefully that's given you a few ideas of how you can target your chest using a resistance bands. The resistance bands like this, I personally think are the way to go. You can buy ones like this. I just think that you're a little bit more restricted with these, but they're still a good option for training. But personally, I tend to like sticking with these kind of resistance bands. I hope you like that workout. I hope you got something from that. Remember, take out the exercises that you like and integrate them into your workout. Remember, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more videos. There will be more resistance bands workouts coming. Like I said, I'm gonna put together a full body workout so we can just blast it, 20 minutes, hit the whole body, hang the band back up and crack on with our day. They're an awesome piece of kit. Like I said, definitely worth a go of opening up your mind to some new exercises and some new ways of training. Please drop me some comments, any questions. I'll always get back to you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.